Welcome to my little crochet world and another video tutorial. In this video tutorial we are going to make this lovely amigurumi toy, which is cartoon character from Peppa Pig and called George, her little brother. As well, I have a video tutorial for his big sister Peppa Pig. Link to the Peppa Pig video tutorial you can find in the description below. I need to apologize for the state of this George, what you see on the video, as my daughter plays a lot with this toy, so our finished project will look a bit tidier and better. This is quite long project, hence why I'm going to divide this project in 3 tutorials. In part 1 we are going to make head and head features, blush, nostrils, eyes and ears. In part 2 we are going to make body and body parts, main body, arms with fingers, legs with shoes. And in part 3 we are going to do assembly, where we're going to put everything together. For this project we're going to use 5 colors. Our main color will be pink yarn. Then we're going to use some dark pink for nostrils and blush, some black and white yarn for eyes and boots, and our main body will be in blue color. All used materials and written pattern for this Peppa Pig George is available in my blog. Link for this pattern and my blog you can find in the description below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave feedback in comments below. I appreciate your support and your comments. Finally, let's start our part number 1, where we are going to crochet head and its features. I am using crochet hook at size 2.5 millimeter. You can pick bigger size. It means your crochet Peppa Pig George will be bigger. We are going to start from Peppa Pig George head. It's probably most complicated part of our project, so let's do it first and get it away from us. We are going to start with round number 1, which will be 8 single crochets in the magic circle. Let's do magic circle. We have a magic circle, and now we're going to do 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. We have 8 single crochets in our magic circle. Let's pull this yarn end and make it in tight circle, and we're going to work in continuous rounds. Before round number 2, I'm going to place a stitch marker at the beginning of our round. My stitch marker is just yarn in a different color, so it will help us not to lose beginning of our round. And our round number 2 will be increased in each stitch. We're going to make 8 increases, and at the end of our round number 2 we are going to have 16 stitches in our round. So let's do first increase together. One and 2. So now do 7 more increases till the end of our round number 2, and I will meet you there. We finished our round number 2, where we did 8 increases. And at the end of our round number 2, now we have 16 stitches in our round, and we are going to move to round number 3. I'm going to move my stitch marker to the beginning of our round, and in round number 3 we're going to follow the sequence: single crochet in next stitch and then increase in the following stitch. We're going to repeat that sequence for 8 times, and at the end of our round number 3 we are going to have 24 stitches. So let's do first sequence together: single crochet in the next stitch and increase in the following stitch. Repeat the same sequence for 7 more times, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of our round number 3. We finished round number 3, and at the end of round number 3 we have 24 stitches. Just gonna pull this yarn so we don't have little opening. I'm gonna move my stitch marker. I'm gonna place it at the beginning of my round, and we are moving to round number 4. In round number 4 we are going to follow the sequence of single crochet in next 2 stitches and then increase, and we're going to follow the sequence for 8 times, and at the end of our round number 4 we are going to have 32 stitches in our round. Let's do first sequence together: single crochet in next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, then increase in the following stitch. Repeat the same sequence for 7 more times, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of our round number 4. We have finished 4 rounds of our Peppa Pig George head, and that's how our head looks now. It is bottom of our nose, and our next round will be round number 5, and in round number 5 we are going to follow the sequence of single crochet in next 3 stitches and then increase. We're going to repeat that sequence for 8 times, and at the end of our round number 5 we're going to have 40 stitches. Let's do our first sequence together: single crochet in next 3 stitches and then increase. 1, 2, 3, and then increase. Repeat the same sequence for 7 more times, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of our round number 5. finished 5 rounds of our Peppa Pig George hat, and at the end of round number 5 we have 40 stitches. And now we are going to move to our round number 6. Let's place our stitch marker at the beginning of our round, and in round number 6 we're going to crochet in back loops only. As you see, we have 2 loops in our stitch, front loop and back loop. We are going to crochet only in the back loop. So we're going to follow the sequence in round number 6, single crochet in next 3 stitches and then decrease. And we're going to repeat that sequence for 8 times, and at the end of our round number 6 we're going to have 32 stitches. So let's do first sequence together. Please remember back loops only, and our sequence is single crochet in next 3 stitches and decrease. Back loops, 1, 2, 3, and decrease. Repeat the same sequence for 7 more times, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of our round number 6. We finished our round number 6, and in round number 6 we did only crochet in back loops only. So you can see our front loops left outside, and our head developed some kind of shape. And now we are going to work upwards. Our next step will be, for next 8 rounds we are going to do only single crochet in each stitch. It will be 32 stitches in a round. Now it doesn't have to be back loops, it's just normal 2 loops. So let's do round number 7 together. Single crochet in each stitch, 32 stitches in a round. I finished our round number 7, and that's how our head looks now. It's actually top of our nose. In round 7 we did only 1 single crochet in each stitch, 32 stitches in a round, and for next 7 rounds we are going to do the same till the end of our round number 14. So do 7 more rounds with 1 single crochet in each stitch, and I'm going to meet you at the end of our round number 14, where we're going to start our round 15. We finished 14 rounds, and that's how our head looks now. So now let's move our stitch marker, which is stuck inside at the moment. Let's just move it a bit up. Let's place it to the beginning of our round, and we are going to start our round number 15. In round number 15 we are going to follow the sequence of single crochet in next stitch and then increase. we're going to follow that sequence for 5 times. Then we're going to do single crochet in next 12 stitches, and then again we're going to follow the sequence of increase and single crochet in next stitch, which we're going to repeat 5 times. At the end of our round 15 we're going to have 42 stitches. Let's begin our round 15. So our first sequence is single crochet in next stitch and increase, which we're going to repeat 5 times. So single crochet in next stitch and increase in the following stitch. Repeat the same sequence for 4 more times. So we did our sequence with single crochet and increase in the next stitch for 5 times. Now we're going to do 1 single crochet in next 12 stitches. And now to finish our round, we're going to follow the sequence for 5 times, which is increase and then single crochet in next stitch. That will complete our round number 5. So increase and then single crochet in next stitch. Repeat the same sequence till the end of our round for 4 more times. We finished our round 15, and at the end of our round 15 we have 42 stitches. Let's place our stitch marker and move to round number 16. We are going to start our round number 16 with the sequence of single crochet in next 2 stitches and then increase. We're going to repeat that sequence for 5 times. Single crochet in next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then increase. Repeat the same sequence for 4 more times. Our next step is single crochet in next 13 stitches. And we are going to finish our round number 16 with the sequence of increase and then single crochet in next 2 stitches, which we're going to repeat 4 times. Increase and single crochet in next 2 stitches, and repeat the same sequence for 3 more times. And now we have only 2 stitches left, so our last step for this round will be increase in the next stitch and then single crochet in the last stitch. We finished our round number 16, and at the end of our round number 16 we have 52 stitches. You can see how our head looks now. We are going to start our round number 17 with the sequence of single crochet in next 3 stitches and increase. We're going to repeat that sequence for 5 times. Let's do first sequence together. Single crochet in next 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, and then increase. Repeat the same sequence for 4 more times. We finished our sequence. Our next step now will be single crochet in next 14 stitches. Our next step will be now to repeat the sequence for 4 times, which is increase and then single crochet in next 3 stitches. Let's do first sequence together. Increase and single crochet in next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Repeat the same sequence for 3 more times, and I will meet you almost at the end of our round. Now we have 2 stitches left till the end of our round number 17, and we're going to do increase in the next stitch and then single crochet in the last stitch. Let's do our increase and single crochet. We finished our round number 17, and that's how our head looks now. At the end of our round number 17, we have 62 stitches, and for our next 2 rounds, round number 18 and 19, you need to do only single crochet in each stitch. It will be 62 stitches in a round, so do that for next 2 rounds, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of our round number 19, where we're gonna move to round number 20. We finished 19 rounds of our head. For last 2 rounds we did 1 single crochet in each stitch, 62 stitches in a round, and we still have 62 stitches in our round. That's our nose, and we're moving now to round number 20. Let's move our stitch marker, and in round number 20 we are starting to decrease. So we're going to start with single crochet in next 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then decrease. Then we're going to follow the sequence single crochet in next 3 stitches and then decrease, and we're going to repeat that sequence for 4 times. Let's do it together. Single crochet in next 3 stitches and decrease, repeating it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, decrease number 1, 1, 2, 3, decrease number 2, 1, 2, 3, decrease number 3. So remember we have 4 decreases, so last sequence, 1, 2, 3, and decrease number 4. Our next step will be now single crochet in next 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and last stitch 12. Now we're coming back again to decreasing. We're going to follow the sequence of decrease and then single crochet in next 3 stitches. We're going to repeat that sequence for 4 times. Let's do it together. Decrease and then single crochet in next 3 stitches. Decrease number 1 and single crochet in next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Decrease number 2 and single crochet in next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Decrease number 3 and single crochet in next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and our last decrease number 4, and single crochet in next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Now we have 3 stitches left till the end of our round number 20. We're going to do 1 decrease, and single crochet in our last stitch. We finished our round number 20. In round number 20 we did 10 decreases, and at the end of our round 20 we have 52 stitches in our round. Now for next 9 rounds, from round 21 to round 29, we're going to do single crochet in each stitch. It will be 52 stitches in a round. So for next 9 rounds, do 1 single crochet in each stitch, 52 stitches in a round, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of our round 29. Come back to this video and we're gonna carry on our head. We finished 29 rounds of our George head. As you remember, for last 9 rounds we did 1 single crochet in each stitch, 52 stitches in a round. Let's move our stitch marker up and we are moving now to round 30. From now we are starting to decrease, and our round 30 will consist of 4 decreases, and we are going to follow the sequence decrease and then single crochet in next 11 stitches, which we're going to repeat 4 times, and at the end of our round 30 we are going to have 48 stitches. So let's start first sequence together, decrease and single crochet in next 11 stitches. So we're starting with decrease and then single crochet in next 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Repeat the same sequence for 3 more times, and I will meet you at the end of our round number 30. finished our round number 30, and at the end of our round 30 we have 48 stitches. We are moving to round 31. In round 31 we are going to decrease 6 times. We are going to follow the sequence of single crochet next 6 stitches and then decrease. We are going to repeat that sequence for 6 times, and at the end of our round 31 we are going to have 42 stitches. So let's do first sequence together, where we're going to do single crochet in next 6 stitches and then decrease. So single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and decrease. Repeat the same sequence for 5 more times, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of our round 31. Finished our round 31, where we did 6 decreases, and at the end of our round 31 we have 42 stitches in our round. We are moving to round 32. In round 32 we are going to do again 6 decreases. We are going to follow the sequence of single crochet in next 5 stitches and then decrease. We're going to repeat that sequence for 6 times, and at the end of our round 32 we're going to have 36 stitches. So let's do first sequence together. Single crochet in next 5 stitches and decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then decrease. Repeat the same sequence for 5 more times till the end of our round 32, and I'm gonna meet you there. Finished round 32, where we did another 6 decreases. That's how our head looks now, and we are moving to round 33. In round 33 we are going to do another 6 decreases. We are going to follow the sequence of single crochet in next 4 stitches and then decrease. We're going to repeat that sequence for 6 times, and at the end of our round 33 we are going to have 30 stitches in our round. Let's do first sequence together of single crochet in next 4 stitches and then decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then decrease. Repeat the same sequence for 4 more times till the end of our round 33, and I'm gonna meet you there. finished round 33, where we did another 6 decreases, and at the end of our round 33 we have 30 stitches. We are moving to round 34, where we're going to do another 6 decreases. We're going to follow the sequence of single crochet in next 3 stitches and then decrease. We are going to repeat that sequence for 6 times, and at the end of our round 34 we're going to have 24 stitches. Let's do first sequence together, which is single crochet in next 3 stitches and then decrease. 1, 2, 3. Make sure that your stitches are very tight so we have no gaps, and then decrease. Repeat the same sequence for 5 more times, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of our round 34, where we're going to start stuffing of our head. So far, we finished 34 rounds of our head. Our gap is getting smaller and smaller. We have now 24 stitches in our round, as we did 6 decreases again. Let's get some toy filling and start stuffing our head. At least let's stuff bottom of our head, so it won't be so hard at the end. So I stuffed my head. I will need a bit more stuffing before closing, but for now let's move to our round 35. So our round 35 will be again decreases. We're going to do 6 decreases, and we're going to follow the sequence of single crochet in next 2 stitches and then decrease. We're going to repeat the sequence for 6 times, and at the end of our round 35 we're going to have 18 stitches. So let's do first sequence together. Single crochet in next 2 stitches and decrease. So just make sure your stitches are very tight and no gaps left between them, and decrease. Repeat the same sequence for 5 more times, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of our round 35, where we may stuff a bit more. So we finished our round 35 and we are getting closer to finishing our head and closing this gap. At the end of round 35 we have only 18 stitches. I think we can do a bit more stuffing. We did some more stuffing. Now we are moving to round 36. We only have 2 rounds left till the end of our head. So in round 36 we're going to do 6 decreases again, and we're going to follow the sequence of single crochet next stitch and then decrease. Let's do first sequence together. Remember, stitches are very tight, and our sequence will be single crochet in next stitch and then decrease in the following stitch. Repeat the same sequence for 5 more times, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of round 36. We finished round 36 where we did 6 decreases, and at the end of our round 36 we have 12 stitches in a round. Our next round will be our last round, and in the round 37 we're going to do 6 decreases. We're going to decrease in each stitch, and at the end of our round 37 we're going to have 6 stitches where we're going to finish it off with tapestry needle. So do 6 decreases, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of our round 37. Don't forget, stitches are very tight. We finished our round 37 where we did 6 decreases in total, and now we have 6 stitches left in our round. Let's remove our stitch marker. Let's leave a little tail and let's finish it off. I'm gonna pull my yarn through the last stitch. Gonna get tapestry needle. I'm gonna pass my tapestry needle through the front loops of our remaining 6 stitches to finish it off. So we have no gaps left. So you see no gaps. I'm gonna do a few knots to secure it. One knot and another knot somewhere here. Gonna pass our needle through head, tension it and cut the yarn off. That's our head is done. That's how it looks. That's the top of our head. That's the bottom where we're going to attach to here our body. So now we finished our head. We have left eyes, ears, blush and nostrils. Now we are going to make eyes. Our eyes will be made out of whites and pupils. We need to make 2 whites, which will be made out of white yarn, and 2 pupils, which will be made out of black yarn. So we're going to start with whites. Our whites will consist out of 2 rounds. So we're going to start first round, which will be single crochet into magic circle. Let's do magic circle first. That's our magic circle, and now we're going to do 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a magic circle with 6 single crochets. Let's pull this yarn to make it in tight circle, and our round number 1 is complete, where we have 6 stitches. We are moving to round number 2, which will be our last round, and in round number 2 we're going to do increase in each stitch, and it will be 6 increases in total, and at the end of our round number 2 we're going to have 12 stitches. So let's do 6 increases. We finished our second round where we did 6 increases. Now I'm going to get scissors. I'm gonna finish this white with slip stitch in the next stitch, and then I'm going to leave quite long tail for sewing, and I'm gonna cut yarn off. I'm going to finish it by getting yarn through our last stitch, and that's it. Our first white is done. Now pause the video and make second white and come back to this video, and then we're going to move on to pupils. I finished 2 whites for our eyes. As you see, I left quite long tail for sewing. Now we're gonna set them aside and we're gonna make pupils. Pupils will be made out of black yarn, and we need to make 2 pupils. Our pupils will consist only of 1 round, will be 6 single crochet into magic circle. So let's do our magic circle. Let's start our magic circle first. That's our magic circle, and let's do 6 single crochets into magic circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We have 6 single crochets in the magic circle. Let's pull this yarn to make it a nice beautiful circle, and now we are going to finish it off. As our pupil only consists out of 1 round, we're going to finish it off with slip stitch in the following stitch. It's quite hard to crochet with black yarn. So we have a slip stitch. We're going to cut yarn off as well, leaving quite long tail for sewing, and going to pull yarn through our last stitch, and now we have 1 pupil. So pause this video, make 1 more pupil, and then come back to this video where we're going to move on making our blush. So we finished our 2 whites and 2 pupils. When we're going to move to assembly in video number 3, these pupils will go inside of our whites like that. But now let's set them aside and grab dark pink yarn, and we're going to move to making our nostrils and our blush. which will be made out of this dark pink yarn. So let's move to our blush. We are still working with crochet hook at size 2.5 millimeter, as we're going to work with this crochet hook all our project. So let's move to our blush. Our blush will consist out of 3 rounds, and we need to make 2 pieces. So let's start with round number 1, which will be 6 single crochet into magic circle. So let's do our magic circle first. We have a magic circle, and now we need to do 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We finished our round number 1, where we did 6 single crochets in the magic circle. Now we are going to pull this yarn into a circle, and we are moving to round number 2. In round number 2, we are going to increase. We're going to increase in each stitch, and it will be total 6 increases. But before moving to round number 2, I'm going to place a stitch marker, and we're going to do our round number 2. So let's do 6 increases. We finished our round number 2, where we did 6 increases, and at the end of our round number 2, we have 12 stitches in a round. Let's move our stitch marker to the beginning of our round, and we are moving to round number 3, which will be our last round. And in round number 3, we're going to follow the sequence of single crochet in next stitch and increase in the following stitch. We're going to repeat this sequence for 6 times, and at the end of our round number 3, we're going to have 18 stitches. So let's do first sequence together. Single crochet in next stitch and increase in the following stitch. Repeat this sequence for 5 more times, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of our round, where we're going to finish it off. So we finished our round number 3. We can remove our stitch marker because round number 3 was our last round, and we're going to finish it with slip stitch in the next stitch. Then we're going to cut yarn off, as well leave a bit of tail for sewing, and then we're finishing it off with just pulling this stitch out. So as I mentioned before, we need 2 blushes. So pause this video and make another one, and then come back to this video where we're going to move to our nostrils. I finished my 2 blushes. That's how they look. Let's set them aside, and let's move to our nostrils. We need to make 2 nostrils out of this dark pink yarn, and our nostrils will consist out of 1 round only, same as our pupils. It will be 6 single crochet in a magic circle. So let's make magic circle. There you are, and let's make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's pull it in this circle. Let's finish it off with slip stitch in the next stitch. That's our little nostril. Let's cut our yarn off. Don't forget to leave a tail for sewing. And let's pull our yarn through last stitch. That's 1 nostril done. Let's quickly make another one, which will be 6 single crochets into a magic circle. So we made 2 nostrils and 2 blushes out of this dark pink color. And now we are moving to our light pink, what we made head of this yarn. And now we are going to make 2 ears, as our George needs 2 ears. So it will be made out of the same yarn as we used for head. And let's start making our ears. Our ears will be made out of 8 rounds, and we're going to start with 4 single crochets in the magic circle. Let's make our magic circle. That's our magic circle, and 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's pull yarn to make it in a circle, and now we have 4 single crochets in the first round. In the second round, we're going to increase in each stitch. It will be 4 increases, and at the end of round 2 we are going to have 8 single crochets. Let's place our yarn to the beginning of our round, and let's start increasing 4 increases. We finished our round number 2, and at the end of our round we have 8 stitches as we did 4 increases, and now we are moving to round number 3. In round number 3 we are going to follow the sequence of single crochet in next stitch and increase in the following stitch. And we're going to follow that sequence for 4 times, and at the end of our round number 3 we are going to have 12 stitches. So let's do first sequence together. Single crochet in the next stitch and increase in the following stitch. Repeat the same sequence for 3 more times, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of our round number 3. We finished our round number 3, and that's how our ear looks so far. Now we are going to move to round number 4. For next 5 rounds, round number 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, we're going to do only single crochet in each stitch, 12 stitches in a round. So let's place our stitch marker at the beginning of our round, and let's do round number 4 together. We finished round number 4, where we did 1 single crochet in each stitch. So follow the same sequence for next 4 rounds till the end of our round number 8, and I will meet you there. We finished 8 rounds of our ear. For last 5 rounds we did only 1 single crochet in each stitch, and now we are going to finish our ear. We're going to finish with slip stitch in the next stitch, and we're going to leave quite long tail for sewing. We're going to remove our stitch marker, and that our one ear is done. Now you will have to pause the video and make one more ear, and then come back to this video when we can move forward to our next steps. We finished our 2 ears, and so far we have 2 ears, we have 2 blushes, we have 2 nostrils, we have 2 whites and 2 pupils. As well, we have our head. I think it's enough for this part number 1 of our Crochet George, and now we are going to move to part 2, which will be next video. And in the next video we're going to make body and body parts like legs and arms with fingers. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you're enjoying watching it, and please subscribe to my channel where you're going to discover more videos, and see you in my next videos and part 2 how to make this crochet Peppa Pig George.